Kim Jong Un says his heartaches over North Korean soldiers killed fighting for Russia in rare admission of losses. North Korean leader Kim Jong Un held a banquet and a memorial ceremony for soldiers who had fought for Russia. South Korea, North Korean leader Kim Jong Un has paid an emotional tribute to soldiers killed while fighting for Russia in each war against Ukraine, saying his heart aches in the rare admission of military losses. Kim Jong Un made the comment Thursday at the ceremony in Pyongyang, where he met with the commanders of units that had fought for Russia in the Western Kursk region, according to North Korean state media KCNA. He praised them as a heroic army, with the state media photos showing Kim Jong Un pinning commendation badges on soldiers' uniforms. Photos released by KCNA also showed Kim Jong Un pinning badges on the photo frames of deceased soldiers, which lined the wall, with each soldier's name written in golden beneath their image. My heart aches and is bitter as I face the reality that I only get to meet the noble figures who gave up their precious lives for great victory and glory through photos on the memorial wall, he said in a speech, according to KCNA. At the ceremony in Pyongyang on August 21st, Kim Jong Un praised the soldiers who had returned from Russia, according to North Korean state media KCNA. As I stand in front of the bereaved families of the fallen soldiers, I don't know how to express my regret and apologies for not being able to protect our precious sons. The ceremony was also tearful, according to the images released by North Korea, with Kim Jong Un meeting with the bereaved family members who were seen sobbing and paying tribute to soldiers. Photos on the wall in several images. Kim Jong Un is seen embracing crying children and embracing soldiers. Authorities then held a banquet to further celebrate the unit that had returned, KCNA reported. Kim Jong Un met with the bereaved families of the North Korean soldiers who had died fighting for Russia in Pyongyang on August 21st, according to North Korean state media. North Korea began sending large numbers of troops and equipment to support Russia's war against Ukraine last year after high-profile meetings between Kim Jong-un and the Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin, bringing a reclusive and autocratic Asian power into the heart of the European war. Both Russia and North Korea initially refused to confirm any deployment, but have since publicly acknowledged the involvement of Pyongyang's forces. Kim Jong-un and his regime have been tight-lipped about reports that the North Korean soldiers sent to fight in Kursk has suffered heavy losses, making this week's ceremony a rare admission of how damaging the impact has been. About 12,000 North Korean soldiers were estimated to be in Russia, with intelligence suggesting Kim Jong Un's plans to soon triple that number. Troops in Russia. Ukrainian and US intelligence suggest there are roughly 12,000 North Korean troops in Russia, the first of whom were sent in the fall of 2024. Of that initial deployment, about 4,000 soldiers have been killed or wounded, according to Western officials. While North Korea is one of the most militarized society on earth, with an estimated 1.2 million armed service personnel and mandatory military service from age 17, its forces have done very little active fighting since the Korean War, where an armistice brought the hostilities to a halt in 1953. Pyongyang soldiers lack real-world battle experience and face unfamiliar terrain in the modern war theater, but some analysts have warned against underestimating North Korean troops fighting for Russia, saying they likely come from elite and highly indoctrinated forces. In interviews with CNN, Ukrainian Special Operations Forces described the brutal and near suicidal tactics they've seen from North Koreans on the battlefield. These include the soldier who detonated a grenade next to his head rather than to be captured, and others who removed their helmet and heavy protective body armor to move faster in attacking Ukrainian positions. Despite heavy losses, North Korea's cooperation with Russia has continued. Since the war began, Pyongyang has sent thousands of shipping containers of munitions or munitions related material to Russia, and Moscow's forces have launched North Korea made missiles at Ukraine, according to U.S. officials. New intelligence from Ukrainian officials in July suggested North Korea is set to triple the number of its troops in Russia, sending an additional 25,000 to 30,000 soldiers to assist Moscow in the coming months. A Western intelligence official confirmed the estimate, saying they had seen information separate to the Ukrainian assessment that indicated the same numbers. That has also raised the fears among international observers of what Moscow may be providing Pyongyang in exchange, such as advanced space or satellite technology and technology that could boost the country's nuclear weapons program.